Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news? Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Welcome to the Ryerson Family Backyard Games. There will be obstacles to face and challenges to overcome. Are you ready?
Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch. Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I loved it. Thank you.
College costs money.
And welcome to this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the IHSAA 1A Division II Football State Championship, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and Ideal, Idaho's college savings program. Additional coverage is brought to you by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho and your local Toyota dealers. I'm Ryan Skaggs, joined by my partner in the booth this evening, Brandon Bainey, here inside the P1FCU Kiwi Dome on the campus of the University of Idaho, where we have the Camas County Mushers out of Fairfield, Idaho, taking from Kendrick High School down the road in Kendrick, Idaho. They started this journey back in early August, a humble group of 22 players with a dream of a state championship. And during the late summer heat on the windswept plains of the base of the Sawtooth Mountains, the Mushers come in the 7-game win streak, looking to find a smooth stone for the final game for Coach Rusty Kramer as they look to assume the role of David, taking on the Goliath that is Kendrick. These Tigers are no stranger to success. Twice in a row, Kendrick has taken possession of the coveted blue trophy and brought it back to their small community, the wheat fields of the Palouse. Kendrick, winners of 24 straight, boasting an average margin of victory of 60 points, look to once again hoist the banner for the rare and coveted three-peat state championship. And myself, Ryan Skaggs, joined with Brandon Bainey, and tonight's game should be a fun one as we got a state championship title tilt right in front of us.
I mean, when the season started and you talked to 8-man coaches across the state of Idaho, we said, okay, we know Kendrick is going to be in this spot, but who is the team that's going to stand in their way and try to challenge? And pretty universally, the answer was Camas County.
Yeah.
And since the preseason, these teams have been on a collision course, 9-0 Kendrick versus 9-1 Camas County. I'm just excited we finally get to see it play out.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of had the hunch, like you said at the beginning of the season, these two teams are going to face one another. What was the cast of characters that were going to make it through? Both these teams come in relatively healthy, which, I mean, bodes well for a state championship tilt. Kendrick on a roll, though. I mean, they had to go through the who's who in order to get here. I mean, you had to go through Dietrich and Hagerman on their path on the way into the state championship game, so it hasn't necessarily been the easiest of draws for a quote-unquote #1 team. But then you get Camas County in this tilt where they've, taken care of business in their games as well.
Yeah, they took out a very talented Rockland team in the semifinals last week. Got up to a little bit of a slow start, and as I was talking to head coach Rusty Kramer tonight, as you noted, his final game after 8 years leading this Mushers football program, he said the #1 key tonight is we got to avoid those first quarter turnovers. That really got his team off to a slower than expected start last week. And then he said, we just have to stay in it in the first quarter. And that's every coach that plays Kendrick that I talk to says that. If we can just maintain through the first quarter, we feel pretty good. Remaining 3. This game will be decided in this opening quarter tonight.
Absolutely, and that's the one thing is can you limit Kendrick from getting to a hot start? We know that, in their games so far this year, in their 9 football games, I think they've scored on the first possession. Obviously, the times they get the ball, I think every time. So it's been a heck of a opportunity they've had in front of them. They take care of business. They got a senior-heavy team. They got a lot of underclassmen and juniors that have been taken over as well and jumping into the mix. But this group is as good as it gets as far as talent, led by senior signal caller Ty Kep.
Yeah, and we talked about coming into the game, we thought maybe he was going to challenge for the all-time passing yardage record at Kendrick High School. Well, it turns out, I was talking to Coach Zane Hobart before the game tonight. He said, I'm pretty sure Ty's already got that record. We don't have the official statistics, but Ty kept a 4-year starter. It certainly has the all-time yardage record. What he might be able to attain, we'll see, is the single-game passing record, which is held by Mr. Blewett from 1991.
Yeah.
So for Ty Kep, 4-year starter, one of the most decorated quarterbacks, not just in Kendrick history, not just in 8-man history, but in Idaho history.
Yeah, he's definitely etched his place in the record books as far as it goes, and players to play in the state of Idaho. Ty Kep had himself a heck of a senior season and a heck of a career here at Kendrick, and he's looking to put the icing on the cake with another blue trophy tonight. But there's some challengers coming from this Mushers team as you look at what they bring back, and they've got Troy Smith, who, we talk about the kid, his growing up in his childhood, had a really tragic Jeep accident back in 2017. Broke like a dozen ribs, punctured a lung, damaged his liver, broke his jaw, broke his pelvis. He was life-flighted off the mountain, and as Coach said, by the grace of God, he's here with us. And not only is he here with us, he's having a dominant senior season.
Yeah, and of course his twin brother, Tristan Smith, is the quarterback for Camas County. It is a true cast of characters for this Mushers team. They played Kendrick in the quarterfinals last year, Ryan. They had to make the trip north. It didn't go for the Mushers, as it doesn't for so many teams that stand in Kendrick's way. They lost last year in the quarterfinals, 46-0, and ever since that game, the singular focus has been getting back to this championship and returning. Several of these athletes didn't even participate in track and field last spring. Instead, they just hit the weights. Bigger, faster, stronger, and that's exactly what they're going to need tonight. They're going to knock out Kendrick.
Yeah, so they're going to try to bully these Tigers if what they're going to do. I mean, they've got to stop an impressive cast of athletes around Ty Kep. We talk about him, but, I mean, you look at the guys. You got a touchdown machine in Hunter Taylor. You got on defensive side of the ball, you've got Wyatt Fitzmaurice and Lane Clemenhagen. I mean, you've got seniors that are in there, but you got sophomores and juniors tucked in on this lineup as well. And then you talk about the three dudes up front on the offensive front for this Kendrick offense between Brock Boyer, Carson Hogan, and Dallas Morgan. I don't know if it gets any better than those three in 8-man football. And they would probably be some of the top three guys you choose if you had an 11-man team.
And that's where this game will be won or lost tonight. Can Camas County's offensive and defensive linemen, Levi Ashmead, Kelby Cox and company, how will they stand up against this really strong Kendrick front? Kendrick's in the orange jerseys with the black pants. They look just like the Clemson Tigers. Camas County in the white jerseys, blue pants. They look like Michigan.
And a little bit of a squib kick on the opening kick. It's going to be returned by Camas County, who's going to receive on the opening kickoff. Gets to the 30-yard line and swung down right at the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. Is where Camas County is going to start out on offense. That was Trevor Toes on the return.
Yeah, Trevor Toes, really good wide receiver DB, kind of the speed guy for this Camas County team. So coming in, the Mushers have the reputation of being physical, right? They're going to beat you up and play physical. Sneakily, they're also pretty quick in the open field. A lot of big plays tonight.
Yeah, so Trevor Toes on the ones and twos tonight, playing receiver, and Tristan Smith, the quarterback for the Mushers, in the backfield, going to be joined by his brother Troy Smith. Smith's under center. Split backs in the backfield for the Mushers. A handoff right on the first play. It's going to be a first down and then some around the right edge towards the sideline, brought down in midfield. Nice gain on first down. That was number 22, Troy Smith. We talked about him with the big first down and a gain of 15 to start things out.
Yeah, right out to the 50-yard line. And Coach Hobart said tonight one of the big keys for Kendrick, they're going to say he stepped out back at the 42. So really like an 11-yard gain there for Smith. But Coach Zane Hobart said tonight the key is going to be keeping Smith between the defensive ends. If Troy Smith gets to the outside, Coach Hobart said we might be in trouble. We saw it on that first play.
Yeah, so on the first play they get the first down. That's Tristan Smith under center again with 5 linemen in front of him. A handoff to the other back this time. Out to the left side across the hash marks and a gain of maybe 1 on the play. That was Tyson Tupper on the carry.
Yeah, Tupper strung out there, and good tackle that time by Dallas Morgan for Kendrick defensively. Let's take a look at this Camas County offense tonight, Ryan. Up front on the offensive line, the guards are senior Sage Patton and junior Kelby Cox. Junior Levi Ashmead is the center. The tight end is senior Emmett Palin. The wide receiver is senior Trevor Toos. And in the backfield, Tyson Tupper, the senior at fullback. Troy Smith, the senior at running back. And his twin brother, Tristan Smith, will spin it at quarterback tonight.
So ball on the left hash. Tristan Smith under center. And handoff again, Troy Smith over the right side, a little bit of room, takes a nice cut and can't run through the tackle there on the outside. That was number 10, Hunter Taylor on the tackle out of his safety position, so a gain of 4.
Yeah, brings up a 3rd and 6 now for Camas County from their own 47. The Kendrick defense tonight, the defensive ends are juniors Brock Boyer and Wyatt Cook. The nose tackle is senior Dallas Morgan. 2 linebackers, both seniors, Wyatt Fitzmaurice and Lane Clemenhagen. And then in the secondary, the corners are a pair of seniors, Hunter Taylor and Mason Kimberline, a.k.a. Moose. And the safety is sophomore Nathan Twite.
So single back in the backfield is Troy Smith. Tristan under center. Motion man is Toos. Handoff. Smith. Ball's on the ground. And Kendrick comes up with the turnover early. Falling on that one was number 34, Dallas Morgan. The defensive specialist up front for the Tigers gets the recovery on the fumble.
Yeah, and that's not the way you want to start. If you're Camas County, you're moving the ball pretty well. A little bobble there between center and quarterback. Smith never got it from Ashmead, and Dallas Morgan, the nose, jumps right on top of it. Now Kendrick in great position, 1st and 10, starting at the Mushers' 42-yard line.
So if you're wanting to limit this Kendrick offense, giving them the football at the 42-yard line to start things off is not necessarily going to plan, as you got 2 receivers out far to the right. H-back. Kep's going to pass on first down, has his receiver out in the flat. That's Sawyer Hewitt, dodges one man, down the numbers, down the sideline, down to the 16-yard line on the reception. Huge play there on first down and 10 for Kendrick.
Yeah, and you saw it. It was a quick 5-yard out route to Sawyer Hewitt, and then he made a guy miss and took care of the rest. That is a gain of 26 yards.
So 10 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. Kendrick knocking on the door in the red zone now. Ball at the 16-yard line, ball on the right hash. Single back in the backfield. And they're going to run it here on first down, straight ahead. Pick up a 3, maybe 4 on the play. That was Wyatt Fitzmaurice on the carry.
Yeah, the Kendrick offense tonight, Ryan, up front on the line. The guards are junior Brock Boyer and Dallas Morgan. The senior center is junior Carson Hogan. The wide receivers are senior Hunter Taylor and sophomore Nathan Twite. And in the backfield, fullback is senior Wyatt Fitzmaurice. The running back is junior Sawyer Hewitt. And at quarterback is the senior Ty Kep.
And you'll see quite a few guys get in on the mix on this offense, too. As you'll see Tanner Clement-Hagen, Wyatt Cook, Xavier Carpenter, Mason Kimberling make their way in as Kep's going to keep it on the keeper straight up the middle, cross the 5, through, and did he get across? Touchdown, Kendrick, to open things up. Scampers from 12 yards out for the touchdown. Kendrick draws first blood.
And he slipped and slithered and somehow stayed upright just long enough to break the plane of the goal line straight up the middle on not really a QB draw, but he did go right up the middle for 6. And for Kendrick, a turnover on defense. What was that, a 3-play drive on offense, and you are already in the end zone. Perfect start for the Tigers.
Yeah, it was just a delay quarterback draw. I mean, they had empty set there. They backed up. They put the secondary, kind of stretched them and emptied the box, and then just ran Kep right up the middle of the field for the touchdown. And here it's the same exact play, trying to go up the middle on the 2-point try, and the ball is on the ground. So it'll be no good on the attempt.
Ball fumbled there and recovered by Kelby Cox of Camas County. So in a game like this with 2 high-scoring offenses, the 2-point conversions are something we'll keep an eye on, though. 6-0 Kendrick, 9:15 to play, first quarter of action.
If you're looking for your next home, farm, ranch, investment, or commercial property, if so, be sure to look no further than Ken and Valerie Hobart with Windermere Real Estate. With over 22 years of experience in north central Idaho, they are licensed both Idaho and Washington to make your dreams come true, whatever it may be. 2 great agents to serve you with one mission, to help you with all your real estate needs. The choice is easy when it comes to real estate in the LC Valley and surrounding areas. Ken and Valerie Hobart. With Windermere Real Estate, the Hobarts are proud to support Kendrick Athletics and want to wish the Tigers good luck in today's ball game. And Mr. Hobart, obviously Vandal fame here. He's back at home inside the Kiwi Dome. Grew up in Kamei, and you know he's actually helping out on the coaching staff.
Yeah, I believe his nickname was the Kamei Kid.
Yep.
Ken Hobart, of course, great quarterback, one of the best in Idaho State University history. But both Ken and Zane Hobart, not only are they great athletes and great, players, but they're great people too.
Yeah, no, they're super awesome people. We came down and did a game last year. Him and Val actually bought dinner for my now wife and I, so it was pretty cool. They gave us a gift card to go to dinner, and it was great. So short kick over the right side is going to be fielded to the 40. Great field position to start things off. On the return was Emmett Palin.
So now if you're Camas County and your head coach, Rusty Kramer, you've got to take a deep breath here. Not a great start. A turnover leads to a Kendrick touchdown, but only a 6-0 game. No need to panic here. Just relax and run your offense.
Yeah, you gotta be relaxed here and just do what you did best to get here, and that's going to be, ball control football. They don't give up a lot of turnovers. That was kind of a rare turnover by this Musher team there on the opening drive. Tristan Smith going to hand off a little crisscross action coming back out to the near side on the left side, and that is Palin on the carry, and carries a couple Kendrick defenders out of bounds and picks up the first down, and a gain of 12 on the play.
Yeah, they faked right with Troy Smith, little cross buck. They went back to the left side with Tyson Tupper, the other back, and Tupper nearly got tackled right at the line of scrimmage, but he shook it off and beat everybody else to the edge. A gain of 12 for Tupper. 1st and 10 for the Mushers. Now, ball for the first time in Kendrick territory at the Tigers' 44.
Yeah, that's what you call a weight room play. You run through those arm tackles, and he's able to get the second effort. So Tristan Smith under center. Ball actually hits the ground again. He's going to roll, scrambles to his right, running for his life, and he's dropped in the backfield by number 4, Wyatt Fitzmaurice, with the tackle for loss.
Yeah, big sack there for Fitzmaurice, and I'm telling you, Camas County's got to get that cleaned up. Second time we've seen tonight the center quarterback exchange not clean. That time Tristan Smith luckily able to pick it up off the turf, but it is a loss of 6 on the play.
Yeah, so we're looking down at second down and about 16 yards to go here. Ball right at midfield, right on the middle of the Vandals logo. 2 receivers out to the right. That's Smith, Troy Smith out there, as well as Toes. Snap, going to be a quick screen out there. Troy Smith brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Another tackle for loss out there. Hunter Taylor out there on the tackle, and a loss of maybe 3 on the play.
Yeah, Taylor started it. Clemenhagen finished it. The hammer came up, and loss of 3 that time for Troy Smith. You can see what the plan is for Camas County, right? They're trying to get Troy Smith operating on the sidelines where he can use that speed, but no dice that time.
So Dallas Morgan checks out. A little bit of a speedier defensive pass rush here, and brings in the extra DB, does Coach. So third down and a mile. Tristan Smith dropping back, looking, only 2-man rush. Rolls to his left, still looking for somebody. He's running for his life across midfield to the 45, knocked out of bounds. Inside the 45, down to the 43. That'll be back just across the original line of scrimmage.
That's a great play there on 3rd and 17. He scrambles and ends up picking up 8 yards to make it 4th and 9, and now Camas County can go for it and feel pretty good about it. That was a great scramble out to the left side that time by the quarterback, Tristan Smith.
That was about as good as you could hope for there, cutting it in half on 3rd and a mile. So 7:35 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and like you said, Kendrick only rushed 2 guys. Everybody else was played back in zone. 2 weeks ago I was here when they played Dietrich, and they basically rushed 2 guys the whole game and got pressure consistently.
So they brought in the extra linebacker, so 2 up front, 3 linebackers, 3 DBs in the backfield, split backs in the backfield for the Mushers as Tristan Smith is under center. He's going to hand it. Their play action. That was a great play action fake. Drops back, rolls back to his left. Running again. Stiff arm on the defender across the 40. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to be short of the line to gain, though, but picks up 7 on the scamper, and it'll be Kendrick football.
Yeah, 4th and 9. And he ends up getting 6 of the yards. If you're the quarterback, Smith, and you're going to take off there on 4th and 9, you better darn be sure you're going to be able to get to the marker, and he ends up 3 yards shy. So a turnover on downs. Back to Kendrick here with 7:25 to play first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 36.
So first down to 10 ball at the 36-yard line. Ball on the right hash mark as Kep and company back out on offense. Nathan Twite is going to be stretched out wide to the left. Taylor out to the right. They're going to hand off Sawyer Hewitt right here. And then some. Hitting the left edge. 40. It's a foot race down the sideline. 20, 10, taillights. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Kendrick. Just like that. One play. What do you do? I mean, that was set up perfectly, and that started with the offensive line.
A 64-yard touchdown run for Sawyer Hewitt. Started right, worked his way all the way back to that far sideline down the left side. It was basically a one-on-one race to the pylon between Hewitt and Troy Smith, and Hewitt wins the matchup by a stride or 2 that time.
So Kendrick for the 2-point attempt here. Only 4 plays on offense, and they've gotten 2 touchdowns. Making quick work here. Kept pack the pass, knocked down. Great coverage out there by Tyson Tucker. Knocks that ball down, intended for Sawyer Hewitt.
I promise we will introduce you to that Mushers defense at some point tonight. We just got to wait for Kendrick to, not score in 2 plays or less. 12-0 Tigers, 7:13 to play first quarter.
I want to thank Timberline LLC in Fairfield as a family-owned local waste recycling collection snow removal company serving the Camas County and Lincoln County communities. Everyone at Timberline LLC is rooting for the Mushers in tonight's ball game. Also want to thank the Wrangler in Fairfield. Proud supporter of Camas County Mushers, open for over 32 years. Come on in and try one of the amazing, unique milkshake flavors. The Wrangler only uses 100% fresh local ground beef for a taste that can't be beat. While you're there, you don't want to skip the roadkill patty melt. Let's go Mushers from everyone at the Wrangler. Go for a milkshake right now.
That sounds good. That sounds really good.
I don't know if you get a roadkill flavored milkshake, but that's a nice burger sounds good too.
Right. And now the reality for Camas County is down 2 scores, 12-0 early. You got the ball to start the game. Now this is like a must-score drive coming up here for the Mushers, and pretty much every drive from here on out has to finish with points of some kind.
Yeah, you got to get a stop on defense. Obviously, you're gonna have to match score for score from here on out to try to limit this Kendrick team. Hope for a turnover maybe, but you got to get a big play here and break one. As the short kick over to the left side hits at the 20 and picked up by Toes. He's going to run, and he is swarmed under by the kick coverage team from the Tigers. Huge tackle out there.
Yeah, Tews had nowhere to go that time. Kendrick squibbed it the last time, so I think he probably was thinking, okay, it'll be another squib. They're never going to kick it to me, and that was the Moose, Mason Kimberly, coming up to make the tackle. So 1st and 10 for Camas County from their own 24-yard line, and we should point out here in this first quarter, Camas County moving right to left as you're closing your eyes and picturing it, and Kendrick is moving left to right. Of course, they'll flip that in the second quarter.
Yeah, so 7:09 left here in the first quarter of play. Ball at the 25-yard line, ball in the right hash. Camas County, I don't know if you watch a lot of college football, looks like Toledo out there with those uniforms. Try to run over the right side of Tristan Smith. He's tripped up in the backfield for a loss of 1.
And for Camas County, you have to respect the fact that they're committed to still trying to establish that run first. That will open up some things in the passing game, but this is a Camas County team that's used to having their way on the ground, and they haven't been able to so far tonight.
So 2nd down and 11. 3 receivers, new formation. I haven't seen this one from Camas County on film. They got trips out to the left side, single empty back. Empty set is the quarterback. He's going to drop back to pass, looking for steps through the rush. Route to the right, flag on the play. He's got the first down and then some. This one could be coming back, though, as he's tripped out of bounds at midfield. But I would expect this one to be coming back. It was in the area of holding.
Yeah, and that's the bummer of the thing, because that was a great play design. I'm assuming it was a run-pass option where Smith took off, picks up, roughly 30 yards. Oh, they're going to pick it up.
Oh, okay. Well, they're going to give him the gain. So he got all the way out to the 47-yard line.
I was going to say, because the sad part is that the penalty was committed after Smith had already, left the pocket.
Yeah.
Kind of an unnecessary one, but they'll take that 1st and 10 for Camas County from their own 47-yard line, thanks to the 31-yard run by Tristan Smith, the QB.
So great scamper there by Smith. 1st down to 10. Camas County's been able to drive. It's just, they stalled out the last time at the 36-yard line and on the Kendrick side of the field. But 6:01 left here in the first. They're still in this ball game. 12-0. Kendrick ahead, but trips out to the left side here. Kind of an interesting formation. Maybe throwing a screen out to the left side. And looking for the tunnel screen inside to Troy Smith. That's exactly what they run across midfield. Nice little gain there on 1st down. Picks up 8. Maybe, actually, we'll give him 7 on the play. Brock Boyer on the tackle.
That formation you alluded to there, they've got 3 receivers kind of stacked to that wide side of the field, which is the right side. And that time Smith was the slot guy. And, yeah, right over the middle, pitch and catch, gain of 7.
Being my own analyst here is Tristan Smith under center. Split backs in the backfield. There's that crisscross action coming back out to the near side. And we got a flag down on the play. Tyson Tupper was close to the 1st down, but this one could be coming back because we got an injured player on the field.
Yeah, it's the tight end, Emmett Palin. He was lined up on the left side of the formation that time, and as he went down, that's when the penalty flag came out, and he is a little slow to get up, so we certainly hope he's all right.
So give us a chance to thank some of our sponsors. Strom Electric has been serving the Palouse-Camas Prairie region since 1938, providing electrical wiring for all sizes projects and well pump installations. Strom Electric, licensed and insured in Washington and Idaho, so when it's time to renovate your home, business, or install a well water pump system, call them at 208-835-2331. Strom Electric, strong supporters of local high school sports. Also want to thank Bearable Dentistry in Moscow. It's your place for an exceptional dental care. On the Palouse, Bearable Dentistry has been serving the community surrounding Moscow for over 40 years. They believe in making strong community ties and love supporting the Kendrick Tigers. Call for an appointment today, 208-882-3214, and go Tigers from those at Bearable Dentistry. I mean, I hate going to the dentist, so if it's bearable, I mean, at least you can do it, right? So we still have an injured Camas County player down on the field. I want to thank Lou Campbell Massage Therapy, specializing in Hawaiian, Mana Lomi, and hot stone healing therapy. They are cheering on the Camas County Mushers in tonight's ball game. Good luck from Lou Campbell Massage Therapy. And I want to thank Town & Country Realty in Fairfield. It's your place to call. If you are in the market for a home, farm, ranch, or anything in between, they know the local area better than anyone and can make your next purchase easier than you ever expected. Town & Country Realty is proud to support the Camas County Mushers. We got a whole slug of supporters for tonight's ball game as Palin's up under his own power, walking to the Camas County sideline. So good to see the young fella up. It's been an explosion from the Tigers offense so far in this one, but Camas County's got the ball back at the 45-yard line after the penalty. So second down and 12.
So what did that penalty end up being?
It was holding.
It was.
It was holding, yeah.
And again, the tight end, Emmett Palin, helped up off the field, which means we're going to see more of Zach Pittock, the senior, now at tight end.
So handoff, Troy Smith over the right side, trying to get the corner. He's got Hunter Taylor out there, cuts back inside. Nice cutback through that Kendrick defense, brought down by Lane Clemenhagen, but a nice gain there. Picks up 9 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, right at the Kendrick 46. This is kind of right where the last drive stalled out a little bit here. 3rd and 3. Big play coming up here for the Mushers. I think you go to the outside again with Troy Smith.
They've had good luck, good success going off that right edge. So, I mean, they've been running around their big hoss over the right side of that offensive line is Sage Patton. So Tristan Smith under center. Going to hand off straight ahead. Troy Smith spins out of it, trying to reverse field, looking for a seam. Can't find anything. Run out of bounds and a big loss. He'll lose 7 on the play and get brought back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, tough sledding. Wyatt Fitzmaurice got him out of bounds that time. And now 4th and 9. I mean, Camas County has to go for it here. 3:52 to play, first quarter, down 12-0. And we haven't seen them actually attempt a pass yet except for that tunnel screen. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Kramer draws up here.
I mean, you had successful scrambles when you run that quarterback draw out of the empty set, but you got 2 receivers to the right, single receiver out to the left. As Smith's going to go in motion across the formation. Tristan Smith surveying, looking, almost slips on the turf, gets his feet back. He's still scrambling, still rolling, finds Troy. Troy runs through a tackle, gets the line to gain, but I think he's going to be just a yard short. What an effort play by Tristan and Troy Smith, but the Kendrick defense denies the first down.
Yeah, that was quite the wizardry by Tristan Smith back there in the pocket. I mean, he had at least 10 seconds to complete that throw. 4th and 9, he gets 8 to Troy Smith. Troy Smith was the only Camas County receiver that was continuing to move after the play had broken down. The other receivers stood, and because of that, Tristan Smith really had only one place he could go with the ball. Those other receivers have to keep moving when the play breaks down like that.
You know, Troy ran the old comeback drill. Like, you know, he found his quarterback, came back to him, and mirrored him as he was scrambling. He just kind of mirrored him, and then eventually his brother found him, but just didn't get enough of the first down. So we got a timeout on the field.
Yeah, timeout taken here by Camas County, their first of the opening half here with 3:39 to play first quarter.
I want to thank Resort Electric LLC, proud supporter of Camas County Athletics. They're your first choice for all things electrical, from new construction and remodels to service work, data, networking, and everything in between. Let the professionals at Resort Electric get it done. They serve the entire Wood River Valley and everything you need for the next project. Call Anthony today at 208-329-4289 or send an email to resortelectric@outlook.com, and go Mushers.
You can hear those Camas County cheerleaders a little bit in the background on our crowd mic, trying to keep the Fairfield faithful in it. Good attendance tonight. When we rolled up, the parking lot was full here at the Kibbe.
Great crowd inside the Kibbe Dome tonight for a 1A D2 championship game. Obviously, Kendrick had to make the 17-mile drive up Highway 99 and Highway 8 as they run over the left side on first down. Sawyer Hewitt picks up 4.
So 64 yards on the first carry, 4 on the second. That's going to hurt the old average there, Ryan. Troy Smith on the tackle there for Camas County.
Oh, a 35-yard average per carry.
I better quit messing around and introduce you to this Camas County defense. Strike again. I'll do it after this play.
So second down. Yeah, Kendrick just moves fast here as they're already set on the football. And we got another timeout from Coach Hobart. So go ahead and introduce this Camas County defense.
All right, here's the Mushers defense tonight with 3:05 to play first quarter. Up front, the defensive ends are junior Kelby Cox and senior Emmett Palin. Nose tackle Kyvan Berg is a senior. They go with 3 linebackers tonight. The outside backers are seniors Zach Piddock and Sage Patton. Troy Smith, the man in the middle. And the 2 corners tonight, also a pair of seniors, Tyson Tupper and Trevor Toombs. So you notice there are a lot of seniors for Camas County. This is kind of the big push. They're going to lose a lot of talented guys to graduation, so it's kind of all built up to this moment. Still right where they want it, 3:05 to play first quarter, down 12-0. But they got to get a stop here on this possession.
Yeah, and that's, we talk about this team. I got to watch. I actually covered the game last year. I broadcast this quarterfinal matchup down the road in Lewiston last year, but I got to talk to Coach Kramer last year, and he's like, we're a year early, but this is great for us. Look what it did. I mean, you talk about a difference a year makes. You go down and play Kendrick and Lewiston, you get beat up on the road, but it made a huge difference as we got a Camas County defender came bowling across the line of scrimmage, but I think he was drawn off by an offensive player from the Tigers. That was Nathan Twite, got in motion a little early there.
And that is going to drive Coach Hobart nuts. Coming out of a timeout that he took, Kendrick spent that last timeout, and you commit a penalty right away. Now it's 2nd and 11 for Kendrick from their own 43-yard line.
So first negative play of the night for the Tigers. As got 2 receivers wide to the right. Hewitt in motion. Kep's going to throw here. Has a man down the seam. Nice coverage. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Sawyer Hewitt, but great coverage out there in the secondary by Tyson Tupper, the senior.
Tupper timed that perfectly. He arrived at his man right as the ball did. If he was a fraction of a second earlier, he probably gets the flag for pass interference. That time Kendrick trying to hit the skinny post over the middle of the field. And that is, you can't design it any more perfectly there. Tyson Tupper with the textbook breakup.
Yeah, that was a great play by the senior safety there for the Mushers. So trips to the right side now for Kendrick. Ball in the left hash. Empty backfield. Sawyer Hewitt's going to motion into the backfield. They're going to fake the sweep. Kep's going to roll to his right. Has a man across midfield. Across the 40. He's down the seam. Gets a massive block. 10-5 touchdown Kendrick. Nathan Twite absolutely buried his man, and it burst. Running back for the Tigers, Wyatt Fitzmaurice for the touchdown. Holy cow, that just looked like a ho-hum play underneath, and Nathan Twite buries his man, and off goes Fitzmaurice to the races.
Yeah, so they run again. Kendrick, what they run in the passing game is not complex. It's a lot of out routes, just trying to get their athletes the ball quickly. You saw it there to Fitzmaurice, and as he took off down that near sideline, you mentioned it, Twite out on the perimeter. Not only a great block, but he pancaked the only defender that could possibly stop him. So that is a 57-yard touchdown strike.
Yeah, he took the defender to IHOP there as he was serving pancakes. Sawyer Hewitt spinning his way, trying to get it back across the 5, and nothing doing. Nice tackle there from number 33, Levi Ashmead, the junior.
So a 57-yard touchdown to Wyatt Fitzmaurice from Ty Kep. But Kendrick is 0 for 3 tonight on 2-point conversions. So it's still kind of manageable here for Camas County, down 18-0, 2:51 to play first quarter.
So Operating as Phil's Family Foods on Main Street in Kendrick, is a proud supporter of Kendrick Athletics and wants to wish the Tigers good luck in the state tournament, the state championship game tonight. Also want to thank Kendrick Ag and Supply is a full-service mechanic shop and tire center. They can service autos, pickups, ATVs, and of course agricultural equipment. They also carry a range of other products like tools, supplies, and fire pits. Be sure to follow them on Facebook for updates and new things in stock at Kendrick Ag and Supply. Go Tigers. So Tupper and Twos back to receive for the Mushers. Kendrick's up 18-0 with 2:51 left here in the first quarter.
So now for Camas County, you got to really get it going here. And now you're at the point down 18-0, 2:51 to play first quarter, where you're going to have to steal a possession somewhere, whether that's a takeaway on defense, an onside kick, a quick 3 and out. But it puts a lot of pressure on the offense, too. They've got to be pretty much perfect and cash in on every drive now.
So Carson Hogan does the kicking duties for the Tigers. Kind of a funny story about last year. He kicks it squib to the left. And Toes just lost sight of it, and it's going to let it roll out of bounds off of his hands. And so Camas County is going to get the ball all the way back at the 15-yard line. So Carson Hogan, we talked about it at the state championship game last year. I got some insider info from Coach Hobart, and I was asking him, like, hey, so, like, why do you squib it every kick? And he's like, we don't. That's our best kicker. That's as far as they can get it. So whatever, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, you're getting down the field, but Carson Hogan doing the best he can on the kicking duties for the Tigers.
I mean, that worked pretty well because Twos ends up bobbling it out of bounds at his own 15-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 now, starting from their own 15.
So Tristan Smith under center, single back in the backfield. He got an H-back in motion across the formation. They're going to hand it to Troy. Runs out to the right side, has the corner. 30 and slides down on his wallet, but picks up the first down and 15 yards on the carry from Troy Smith.
And all the fans making noise. They're happy about that with 2:41 to go, first quarter of action. And Troy Smith ends up taking the ball out to where it probably should have been on the kickoff return. Now they got something to work with here from their own 30.
A little bit of breathing room inside the P1FCU Keepy Dome.
P1FCU, big sponsor of our game tonight as well, Ryan.
Yeah. I want to thank them for their sponsorship all year long. They've been sponsoring North Idaho Game Night here on IdahoSports.com. Week in and week out. Tristan Smith going to be in the shotgun here. He's got two receivers split out, kind of stacked to the left. Single back is the H-back. They're going to pass on the screen out there to Troy Smith. Picks it up off the turf. They're going to say it hit the ground as it was incomplete.
That's what I thought. I thought that ball was picked up off the turf by Smith, and just a little bit of a delay on the whistle there. But that's the correct call.
Yeah, I thought it skipped in there as well, but picked up off the turf and bring up 2nd down and 10 on the incompletion.
Picked up there like a good first baseman, though, in baseball, which is impressive because Camas County doesn't have baseball. If you want to play baseball for the Mushers, I don't even know where you go. Wood River, probably.
It's a jaunt either direction you go. Maybe Gooding, I don't know. As Tristan Smith rolls out to his left, there's a couple flags down, scrambling, running for his life through another defender, and finally just violently buried by Hunter Taylor.
Yeah, I think both Sage Patton and Levi Ashmead on that offensive line are going to get flagged here. Two separate instances of holding. And so they're just having a hard time with these Kendrick defensive ends. Boyer and Hogan are really doing a great job. And Wyatt Cook, mixing in there too. And that's really the strength of this Kendrick team. The success is that defensive line.
Yeah, so we got 2nd down and... Oh, we're all the way back down at the 20-yard line again, so 2nd 20 here. 1:55 left here in the opening quarter.
So, yeah, you're looking at 2nd and 20 here for the Mushers. And now with 1:50 to go before halftime, knowing you're kicking off to Kendrick to start the second half of action, really important drive.
Yeah, so Tristan Smith going to be under center here, split backs in the backfield with him. And he's going to fake play action out to his left, looking for something. He's going to scramble. And he gets brought down, chased down there by Wyatt Fitzmaurice picks up about, we'll give him 7 on the scramble.
Tristan Smith has been the leading rusher tonight, which for Camas County means Troy Smith has been shut out. And he hasn't been shut out necessarily, but I don't think that was the game plan coming in.
Well, and they just, yeah, I mean, Kendrick's coverage in the secondary has just been textbook. I don't want to say perfect, but as good as you can expect or hope for. He's been running for his life on the pressure. So they're going to run out to the right side. Troy Smith out over across the 30, down to the 32-yard line. So picks up 5 on the carry. It'll bring up 4th down. Probably expect a punt here from the Mushers. Their own territory. So 4th down and 8 for the Mushers. Back deep to receive is the dangerous return man, Hunter Taylor, for the Tigers. Right in between the hash marks, they're going to punt this one away. Palin going to be the punter. He's going to get it. Puts his right foot into it, kind of a wobbler. Carries across. Taylor's going to get a return on this one to the 45. Spins through one man, reverses field. Comes through another defender. He's got the edge down the left side, looking for the wall. He's got the corner. 40, 30, all the way across the field. 10, 5, touchdown. Hunter Taylor on the punt return. 67 yards on the return and the touchdown.
He did this 2 weeks ago, same exact place against Dietrich, and what a way to conclude the first quarter of action. 67-yard punt return for a touchdown by Hunter Taylor. Started all the way to the right, shook off not one but 2 tackles. The last one around the ankles. Looked like he was doing the hokey pokey there. Put your right foot in and then your right foot out. And he runs all the way back across to the far sideline to take it in.
Yeah, I mean, if you count the yardage going all the way across the field, he ran well over 110 yards on that play for that touchdown. His 2-point attempt coming up. Kept rolling to his right, still rolling, looking, takes a hit, finds his man in the back of the end zone. Conversion is good.
Yeah, nice completion there to Raleigh Roetzit-Sender, the sophomore.
Gets himself on the score sheet. Tigers get the 2-point conversion. That's the end of the first quarter play. Kendrick ahead, 26-0 at the end of 1 here on IdahoSports.com.
Do you show your Vandal pride? Dave sure does. He proudly dons the silver and gold when he's at work, mowing the yard, and especially on game day.
Hey, can we get 3 tacos? I got this.
Where did you get that?
You don't have a Vandals debit card?
Don't worry, Dave. You can get your Vandal debit card by visiting p1fcu.org/GoVandals. Go Vandals!
And we're back here as we're going to flip ends of the field for the start of the second quarter of play. 12 minutes on the clock. Kendrick up 26-0 over Camas County as they got the 67-yard punt return for a touchdown from Hunter Taylor. Man, he is dangerous with the football in his hands. I want to thank Impact Auto Body. Nobody wants to need an auto body repair specialist, but sometimes life throws you a curveball. You'll be glad to know you have a friend in Impact Auto Body, located in Haley, serving the Road River Valley. They'll be there to get your vehicle looking right in no time. You can reach them at 208-788-4016. With winter coming, a chance for mishaps increases. If something goes wrong, remember Impact Auto Body and go Mushers. And the kick out to the right side, the left side of the Kendrick kick team. It goes to Troy Smith. He's knocked out of bounds.
We heard the frustrations there in between quarters. Our PA announcer here tonight at the Kibbe Dome keeps calling Camas County the Musher Dogs. Just the Mushers.
Yeah, as we got an injured player down on the field for Camas County again. Maybe he got cramp. I don't know what's going on out there. I want to thank George F. Brocky and Sons, a longtime sponsor of ours, a family business that has been pricing quality peas, lentils, and our garbanzo beans, Austrian winter peas, and rapeseed for 5 years to north central southeastern Washington. These are cleaned and then shipped under the top-notch and sun-dried brands to nearly every continent on Earth. Our worldwide customers have come to expect quality products in every shipment. George F. Brocky and Sons, we build relationships with our loyal customers to maximize yields and ensure quality. Stop by their facility in Kendrick to say hello. And as always, go Tigers. And it's Tupper coming across, going to hand off. Actually, he's going to keep it, try to run. Nobody fooled on that one. Tristan Smith gets tackled on the 7-yard loss. Wyatt Cook on the tackle for loss.
That Kendrick pass rush is relentless. Just tough to try and figure out one-on-one how you're going to scheme up these guys and block it. And you can try and simulate in practice or kind of compare opponents, but until you're actually lined up against Kendrick, you never really know how ferocious they are.
Oh, that speed is it. The game speed film doesn't show you what they actually have on the field. I'll tell you that much. Low snap, scrambling back to the goal line. Tristan Smith looking for anything, running for his life, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's going to be tackled for a loss of 4. But we got a flag on the play back at the 9-yard line, so we'll see what's going on here.
This is a problem we've talked about all night for the Mushers, the quarterback-center exchange. That time the snap high, and Smith had to go retreat to get it.
So going backwards again are the Mushers here. It's going to bring up 3rd down, or maybe 2nd down and even longer. We'll see what the penalty was. Legal block in the back from Kendrick. I'll bring it forward to the 34-yard line. So it's just going to be 2nd down and 11 on the penalty. That was all the way back at the 9, so they marched that one forward. I still don't get the yardage there, but okay. So gained some of that back, did the Mushers. 2nd and 11 here. Ball in the middle of the field. Camas County going left to right. In the road white uniforms with blue pants and yellow trim. Dark blue helmets. Tristan Smith by himself in the backfield. Rolls to his left, looking, has pressure, tries to find Troy Smith, who goes in and out of his hands and incomplete. Mason Kimberling out there in coverage for the Tigers. Third down and 11. 10:26 left here in the second quarter. As Camas County taking their time coming out of the huddle here. They better be careful. That back judge's hands up. They could get a delay of game here if they're not careful. He's counting. So trips out to the left. Tristan Smith in the shotgun. I don't think he sees the guy counting. And there's, nope, they got the playoff just in time. He's about to throw the flag. Smith scrambling, still looking, being chased, cuts back inside, still looking. Coverage downfield is all over the place and almost intercepted off the fingertips of Hunter Taylor. He was looking for Tyson Tupper out there. And good coverage by Kendrick out there, just smothering on defense. So 4th down and 11 coming for the Mushers. So 10:13 left here in the second quarter. And Palin's going to punt here. Kind of a sideways spin, going to get it brought back. Hunter Taylor on the return at the 30, picks up a block. Flag down on the play, though. Still on his feet, another flag down. He's across midfield. Picks up another block as he runs out of bounds at the 40-yard line, but this one's coming back.
And you could see Kendrick coach Zane Hobart on that near sideline motioning to Taylor basically, hey, just get down because it's all this running you're doing is for naught. Not only was there a flag thrown back at the 35-yard line on that far sideline, but another flag thrown, at the 25. There was also a flag thrown at the 35 on the near sideline. So you had two separate infractions here on this punt return.
I would assume they're going to take the one that was thrown at the 25 and then bring it back from there 10 yards. If it is a illegal block or a hold, we'll see. I think if it's an illegal block, it's half the distance, but.
Blindside block, penalty declined by Camas.
Huh.
And then a block in the back. That was the one at the 25-yard line. That penalty will be accepted.
So Kendrick with the worst field position they've had in the ball game, probably in the postseason.
And meanwhile, another Camas County player tried to get up. He's right at midfield at that Vandals logo and then went right back down to the ground. That is Kelby Cox, the two-way junior lineman, and now they're going to have to attend to him as well. Camas County is a team that prides itself on being physical and kind of forcing the issue and punishing the opponent. Kendrick has said, oh, yeah, we can handle that and give it right back to you tonight. Unusual to see so many Camas County mushers, slow to get up.
Well, the thing about this is that, these guys are used to playing outside. And, low temps the last few weeks. I mean, I don't know what it was last week, and I know that, it was a little cool down in Hagerman for the Tigers last week, but they're not used to playing inside the dome. The dome, it's like 75 degrees inside here. I mean, for all we know, they could be cramping up, so we'll see. So we still have the player down on the field as we got a timeout on the field. I want to thank one of our sponsors, Wood River Drilling and Pump. In Bellevue is a locally owned business serving the Wood River Valley with top-line pump drilling services at Wood River Drilling and Pump. They can take care of all types of domestic water systems. So if you're building a new house or need a current system upgraded, call Brandon and Jennifer with Wood River Drilling and Pump at 208-788-3163. Proud to support Camas County Athletics. So we still have the injured player down on the field. I want to thank another sponsor of ours for tonight's game. Heartland Ag Systems in Burley has you covered with the application equipment and product support you need to be more productive. With products ranging from water wagons to tanks, Heartland Ag has all you need for spraying and spreading. It's your local Case IH application equipment expert, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment, backed by our expert service and parts support team. Find out more by visiting our website at heartlandag.com. That's Heartland Ag Systems, your local Case IH dealer. As Kelby Cox is up, Kendrick going to have the on 15-yard line, ball on the right hash. Two receivers to the right, single receiver wide to the left. That is Twite. Empty backfield with Kep as Hewitt's going to come in motion across the formation. They're going to fake the screen. Kep's going to roll. He's going to go downfield. He's got Twite, got his man beat at the 50. It's a foot race through the tackle, across the 30, down the sideline. He may score. He does. Touchdown, Kendrick. 75 yards. Sorry, 85 yards. I'm off by 10. No, I'm not going to slight you, young man. 85 yards on the score. Kep to Twite. That was just a post route right down the seam.
I was going to say, don't shortchange Twite there, or Kep. 85-yard touchdown. So a penalty takes him back to the 15-yard line. No big deal. We'll just go get 6 on the first play from scrimmage. No worries. And he's such a tall receiver. Really the height advantage, 6'3", 170. The man in coverage gave up several inches, and so right over the top. Nice touchdown.
And he will most likely be the quarterback for the next 2 years for this Tigers team after graduation this year of Ty Kep, the sophomore who's been playing wide receiver, and he's been a good one. Kep going to run the option out to the right, pitches out, nothing doing. Troy Smith finishes the play, and the loss on the two-point conversion. That was Wyatt Fitzmaurice out to the right side. So 32-0, Kendrick with the lead with 9:49 left here in the second quarter play. want to thank our friends at Lentonmeyer Grocery in Kendrick, operating as Phil's Family Foods on Main Street, proud supporter of Kendrick Athletics for many, many years. They want to wish the Tigers good luck in the state championship game tonight. They've been taking full advantage of it with a 32-0 lead over Camas County. As Carson Hogan's going to tee it up for the Tigers. You know, dangerous return duo back there for Camas County. They just haven't really been able to take advantage because the kicks have been in the mid-range. I mean, they've been hitting anywhere between the 35 to the 25 and haven't really been able to set up a big return. You know, we talked about in pregame about Troy Smith with the accident that he recovered from that found his way back to the football field and had himself a whale of a high school career. We got a story that I'll talk about as well that touched this Kendrick program as really getting anything going there. He's going to get brought down at the 17-yard line.
Nothing doing. Even these kickoff returns, these athletes have nowhere to run. Kendrick is beating Camas County to the point of attack pretty consistently here.
So we were talking about accidents in 2021. Kendrick lost one of their team leaders from that 2020 third place team, Colby Anderson. The next season, they've obviously finished to win the state championship over Dietrich right here in the Kiwi Dome. The number 42 has been put on the bench for every game since the tragic loss of Colby Anderson. You know, in the process, they amassed a 25-game win streak. As Tristan Smith hands off Troy Smith over the right side, switches hands, a double option down the sideline, off to the races as Tupper across midfield out close to the 45-yard line. So that was Smith for like 10 yards on the carry, then the option pitch to Tupper, who gets it all the way into Kendrick territory.
Yeah, and Tupper's going to get credit for all 38 yards on that run. Unfortunately, them's the breaks. And that's something, maybe a shot in the arm and a sign of life here for Camas County with 9:30 to play before the half. 1st and 10, ball to Kendrick 46.
So we talk about that number 42 jersey of Kendrick was on the bench for the 24-game win streak. It's the first time since Colby wore that jersey that a 42 jersey was worn in a game. And it was worn by his younger brother, Keegan, who's a freshman. And he put on that jersey in the quarterfinal game in the win against Dietrich. And he's worn it throughout the playoffs in his brother's honor, which is a pretty cool story. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see Keegan in tonight's ball game. But really, really great to see the number 42 back on the field for the Tigers after the tragic passing of Colby Anderson.
Yeah, it's a sad story. His name and legacy live on, and after Keegan is all finished up, they will retire the number for good. So after Keegan plays 4 years, completely retired. That last run for Troy Smith loses 4 yards. 3 of his last 4 runs have been for negative yardage, Ryan.
Kendrick has been bearing down on defense and absolutely suffocating what has been a potent Camas County offense. They're going to run the fly sweep. Tupper through one defender, back up the middle of the field. He's had a nice run right up the middle, close to the first down. Picks up probably 11 yards there on the carry, so he's going to be just shy of the first down. With 8:06 left to play here in the first half. Camas County still yet to get on the scoreboard.
11-32. So 11 yards, and who ran that last play?
That was Tupper. Yep.
See, and he has had nothing but positive runs tonight for the Mushers.
And Keegan and Colby's dad is actually one of the coaches on this Kendrick staff too, so he's stuck around with the program through tragedy as Troy Smith runs it over the right side. Loss of 1 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down.
And that was Troy Smith again?
Troy Smith for a loss of 1 on the play.
So now it's 4th and 4, basically. 7:16 to play before halftime. Ball at the Kendrick 39-yard line. They've got to get to the 36 for the first down here. Really, anything in the playbook is available, but you better be prepared to win a foot race.
Caleb O'Brien credited for the tackle for loss for the Tigers. The junior D end. It's Tristan Smith rolling. He's looking for somebody. Running for his life, still scrambling, still on his feet. He's got Fitzmaurice belling down on him. He's going to lose the football out of bounds. Kendrick's going to take over on the fumble at the 45-yard line. Fumbles it out of bounds, but that's a turnover on downs. That was Fitzmaurice putting chase to Tristan Smith. And the turnover on downs.
So just when you thought the Mushers were stringing together something and getting a little positive momentum going, there's Kendrick to slam that door shut yet again.
Not so fast, my friend. So first down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball in the left hash. Single receiver out wide to the right is Hunter Taylor. Let me just see a go route here. I don't know. It's an empty set. They may throw, and they are. Kep drops back, throws the fade right down the middle of the field. He's got Hunter Taylor in stride across the 20-foot race. 10-5. They're going to get a taunting penalty. Touchdown, Kendrick. This one could come back. As it stands right now, it was a 55-yard pitch and catch from Kep to Taylor, but Taylor turned off the juice as he was going inside the 10 and looked back at the defender.
Now that, I believe the touchdown will stand. And they may assess this on the kickoff. We'll see. Sportsmanlike conduct penalty. Yeah, I think the touchdown.
So the touchdown will stand. You're correct.
They'll enforce that on the kickoff, and you get a little excited sometimes at the state championship game. And
well, he got away with it on the punt return.
Right?
He did it again.
Well, that's maybe why he did it. He's like, hey, got away with it once.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission.
Right.
So 38-0. Kendrick waiting the two-point attempt after the 55-yard touchdown from Hunter Taylor, thrown by Ty Kep. Pass over the right side, in and out of the hands of intended receiver Sawyer Hewitt, who was our MVP of last year's championship game, just a junior.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough call for this year's. Definitely a lot of worthy candidates here in the early going. And again, Kendrick only one successful conversion tonight, and yet they're still doing okay, Ryan. 6:35 to play before halftime and leading 38-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a defensive just absolutely showing from this Kendrick team. We knew they were good. It's just, how big were they going to get up in this game? I don't know. Like, I gave Camas County a puncher's chance. We've seen Kendrick pushed in state championship games. Their run that they've had of 24 in a row, their two most difficult games, we could say, was the state championship game last year against Dietrich and the year before against Cary, whereas probably the biggest amount this Tigers team has been pushed. So Kendrick is going to kick off from their 25-yard line, I believe. There's certain things that we just don't do, and I'm not going to try to echo Scott's thoughts too much, but I mean, he makes a great point about language, and as a father of a young child, it's something that you don't necessarily expect to, bring your kid into at a high school event. So regardless, Kendrick's going to kick off here with 13 seconds left. Tews and Tupper back to receive, and actually Tews is going to get his hands on this one. He's going to cross the 25, and he's spun down by one arm on the coverage there. That was number 2, Raleigh. Help me with this one.
Roetzetsender. He made our all-name 8-man team this year. We got one slot still open. If you want to send a suggestion, you can send it to Brandon at IdahoSports.com.
Was Kofi Apia on there? Because he should be. That's a great name.
No, he wasn't.
Kofi P is a great name. He's a great kid, too.
Here's who made the all 8-man team because we got time. 9 seconds to go here before halftime. Okay, number 1 from Castleford, Crash Taylor.
That's an awesome name. That's going back to Bull Durham, right?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Number 2 from Butte County, Razor Duke. He'll be playing tomorrow night in the 1A D1 championship. Number 3 from Clearwater Valley, Bass Myers. Gotta love, right there on the Clearwater River, too, a guy named Bass. Number 4, Rally Roetsender from Kendrick. Anytime you got a guy named Rally on the football team, gotta love that. Number 5, Madden Perks from Cary. Madden, that is a name synonymous with football, is it not? Number 6, Rocky Sauce from Notice.
Rocky Sauce, that's awesome.
Yeah, gotta love that one for sure. And I'll get to number 7 after this next play.
Yeah, so Tristan Smith in the shotgun here. 3 receivers out to the far side. 2-man rush coming here with 9 seconds left. He's going to pass underneath. Looks to Troy Smith, who's going to be tackled there by Wyatt Fitzmaurice after a gain of 5, and that's going to be the last play of the first half.
The final name on the all-name team, number 7 of 8 from Lakeside, Lucky Matt.
Lucky Matt, the man with 2 first names. I don't know, but yeah.
That's right.
So at the end of 2, 46-0, Kendrick with the lead over Camas County. We're going to take a break, pay some bills here. We'll be on back inside the Kiwi Dome for this halftime report and your second half of play here on IdahoSports.com.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I loved it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Former regional champ and back in training.
That's commitment.
Ow.
Tough start. This is not as easy as it used to be, folks.
And she's off, obviously pushing through some pain.
Every muscle is begging her to stop. How's she doing this?
I'm not even sure she knows.
Look at her go. And stop.
Come on.
And go again.
It's literally the home stretch. Whoa.
She made it. Feel the elation.
What fuels that kind of fire?
Idaho Sports Nation, Ideal, Idaho's education savings program, is a proud partner of IdahoSports.com and an ideal way to save for college. Did you know it only takes $25 to start an Ideal 529 savings account and you get tax benefits? There is no better time than today to start saving for college expenses for you or for a loved one. Information and a full disclosure statement, including risks, terms, and conditions, can be found online. Please read carefully before investing. idsaves.org. Go save for college and go Idaho student athletes.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news, someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Welcome to the Idaho Launch Halftime Show. Did you know current Idaho high school seniors are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money? You can apply today at Idaho Launch. Support in every direction. Idaho Launch is a new grant program that provides students with a one-time opportunity to have 80% of the tuition and fees at an eligible institution covered for up to a maximum of $8,000, with approximately $70 million available for the Idaho Launch funding. It is possible for this program to offer between 9,000 and 10,000 awards per year. Applications opened on October 3rd. You can head on over to nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch to learn more. And to apply, students must be a graduate of the class of 2024 from Idaho High School, homeschool, or GED, be an Idaho resident, enrolled in or have applied to an eligible Idaho institution, begin enrollment by the fall semester after graduation, and complete a career pathway plan at nextsteps.idaho.gov. Funds are limited, so make sure that you apply before the November 30th priority deadline. That's coming up soon. To learn more and apply today, go to nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Speaking of launching, Kendrick launched themselves out into a 46-0 lead in the first half of this one. And it's been all Tigers, but I think you got the stats that kind of show the story here in the first half.
Yeah, just the latest, championship-worthy performance for Kendrick at a school that's used to winning here since the IHSAA officially started sponsoring 8-man football in the late 70s. Kendrick has hoisted that blue first-place trophy 5 times. In 1991, in 2000, and 2001, they went back-to-back, and then they went back-to-back in 2021 and 2022, trying to go for the three-peat here in 2023. And we remember some of those great teams from yesteryear. Kevin Driscoll led them to back-to-back championships on the sidelines in 2001. Ken Swanger was the coach in 1991 when, they had a gunslinging quarterback named Ryan Blewett. In fact, the state record for most passing yards in a touchdown or in a championship game in 8-man football belongs to Ryan Blewett from 1991, 443 passing yards. Kendrick also in the record books for the longest touchdown run in championship history as well, 89 yards from Silas Parks in 2000. And then they also have a couple of team records as well. most yards passing in that 1991 championship win over Council, 443 yards through the air. Of course, that was Pruitt. And then most yards rushing as well in 2000. They rushed for 509 yards in a championship win over Idaho City. The reason I bring all those up is because some of these stats at halftime, we might be creeping somewhat close to record territory, specifically with Ty Kemp, the quarterback for Kendrick. Now, again, these are unofficial stats. I'm not the greatest mathematician. I think they're pretty close. In that first half, Ty Kemp 8 of 10 passing for 293 yards and 4 touchdowns. Now you figure, he does that in the second half. That's 500 yards passing. Now, he's not going to get to that, but we'll keep an eye on his passing yardage total as the night progresses. Kendrick is a team, 293 yards through the air, 86 yards on the ground, 379 yards of offense in total. So we talked about Kemp, 8 of 10, 293 yards, 4 touchdowns through the air. Those 8 completions have gone to 4 different receivers. Leading the way in yardage is Nathan Twite, 1 catch for 85 yards and a touchdown.
He just missed that record by 4 yards.
Yeah, the longest.
Sorry, longest pass. I apologize, but
yeah, no, you're good. I don't know that they've got that in the record book, the longest receiving touchdown, which is strange. But
maybe it belongs to Nathan Twite. We don't know. But
who knows?
Yeah.
85 yards to Twite on 1 reception and a touchdown. After that, it is Wyatt Fitzmaurice, 2 catches for 81 yards and a touchdown. Sawyer Hewitt is the leading receiver in terms of receptions. He's got 4 grabs for 72 yards and a touchdown. And finally, Hunter Taylor, the low man on the totem pole, 1 catch for 55 yards and a touchdown, although he did have that 67-yard punt return for a touchdown midway to end the first quarter, literally as zeros hit the clock. And then rushing-wise, Kendrick has only run the ball 5 times in that first half. The leader is Sawyer Hewitt, 2 carries, 68 yards and a touchdown. Ty Kemp, 2 carries, 14 yards and a touchdown. Wyatt Fitzmaurice, 1 carry for 4 yards. That's Kendrick for Camas County in the first half. 141 yards rushing, which is pretty good against this Kendrick defense. The problem is only 17 yards passing, 158 yards of total offense. Leading rusher in the first half, Tyson Tupper, 6 carries for 79 yards. Tristan Smith, the quarterback, next, 12 carries for 45 yards. And he would have more, but he's been sacked a couple of times tonight by that Kendrick front. And then Troy Smith, this is the real key, 8 carries, 17 yards. He has been absolutely bottled up tonight by the Tigers defense. That was priority number 1 coming in for Coach Zane Hobart. Tristan Smith, 4 of 7 passing, 17 yards. All 4 completions have gone to his twin brother, Troy Smith, who has 4 grabs for 17 yards. Those are the halftime unofficial, but pretty close statistics.
Yeah, and you talk about Coach Zane Hobart. I just want to give a congratulations to him, as him and Morgan are expecting their first child. So I know that I think they're having a baby girl, if I'm not mistaken. So kudos to Coach Hobart. Maybe he gets a title and a kid, that's a perfect season.
All I know is that before I did the broadcast of their quarterfinal game against Dietrich, I sent Zane a very polite email asking, hey Zane, can you send me your season stats? He said, no problem, I'll get them to you tomorrow night. Nothing. Then I see him in person at the Kippy Dome and he goes, hey, I'm so sorry, we were doing baby photo shoots.
Yeah.
And I got tied up. I was like, all right, I guess I can let it slide, Coach Hobart.
I will give him this. He was Johnny on the spot with getting the stats to me yesterday in preparation for this game. So, yeah, no, he's one of the good guys. Just a great dude, and his staff around him is awesome as well. And I should say that in case Coach Frisbee comes back and listens, because we've been friends for 20 years. So.
And a good Camas coaching staff as well. We talked about the last game for Rusty Kramer. He's going to retire here at the end of his 8th season leading this Mushers team. Randy Jewett, of course, coached them for such a long time. And Randy Jewett was a player at Camas County in the mid-'70s, won a couple of championships with the Mushers. We talked about all of Kendrick's state titles. They came when football was kind of officially sanctioned. Camas County has 5 championship banners hanging up at their school, Ryan. They all came before the IHSAA kind of stepped in and officially held a state tournament. So they're kind of unofficial, but they still count. They're not on the record books, but 5 championships for Camas County in their school history as well. Pretty incredibly, all 5 of them came in the 70s, Ryan. 1971 and 72, they went back-to-back. And then they won 3 in a row, 76, 77, and 78. Randy Jewett was a member of those 76 and 77 squads. So Camas is no stranger to success as well. It all came in the 70s.
No, that's a whale of a run for the Mushers team. And Coach Kramer's one of the good guys too. Like I said, I got a chance to meet him and his staff last year down in Lewiston, and just a great group of guys. And they really do inspire their kids very well. The kids love playing for him. They play hard for them, and we wish him nothing but the best. He's going to have some surgery in the offseason on his neck, and he's been coaching hurt. Let's put it that way. So we wish him nothing but the best in recovery, and as he takes the next step after this season and stepping away from the sidelines. So as we're 40 seconds away from the start of the second half, Kendrick's up 46-0. I don't know where it went.
You got too many papers, right? There you go.
This has been your Idaho Launch halftime show. As you know, Idaho High School seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training. Education through Idaho Launch funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, university programs, and everything that lead to in-demand careers. Go to nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch to learn more and apply today. This has been your Idaho Launch halftime show.
Got a little Backstreet Boys playing here at the Kibbe Dome tonight.
Takes me back.
Yeah.
I was not a frat boy back in the day, but it's made all the girls I had crushes on in high school go crazy, I guess. But
Backstreet's back, and Kendrick is back trying to run it back for a 3rd year in a row. That's why I get paid the big bucks.
That's a segue of segues right there. So Camas County kicking off for the first time tonight. Off the helmet of the Kendrick defender. Camas County is going to get the ball on the opening onside kick. How about that? Right off the helmet.
Yeah, pretty remarkable. You knew Camas County kicking off here to start this 3rd quarter was going to have to go to something unconventional, and they end up getting the onside kick. It bounced right off the up man's helmet. And nice recovery by the Mushers, 1st and 10 from their own 46.
Yeah, I mean, he kicked it right off the face mask of Wyatt Cook. It's kind of like the water boy. He picks his victim.
Right.
So fakes the screen out. They finally do pass it. Tristan Smith's got it in his hands. Out to the 49-yard line, just shy of midfield. Tristan Smith to Troy Smith on the pass.
Camas County working right to left here in this 3rd quarter of action.
So 2nd down and 7. Ball on the left hash inside that Vandals logo. Handoff, Troy Smith is going to pitch again. Tupper got the edge, 1st down and then some. Pushed forward and knocked out of bounds across the 35, out to the 31-yard line. Nice gain there on that downfield option. That was a great little play. That's been working for him here so far in the ballgame. If you want to talk about a bright spot for this Mushers offense, that's been it right there.
Yeah, option play off to the right side, and Troy Smith initially faked the pitch and then delivered it to Tupper. Officially 22 yards on the carry, again for Tyson Tupper. He says, I'll take it.
Troy Smith giving up his yardage as Tristan in the shotgun. 2 receivers out to the left. They're going to throw the screen pass. Troy Smith's got it on the edge, and he slips right across he got tripped by the numbers. I mean, right at the 30-yard line. Hit the deck and went down to the 29-yard line, a gain of 2.
Yeah, because that had potential, right, to go for significant yardage. And I don't know, it's one of those weird plants on the turf here at the Kibbe Dome. And, boy, only a 2-yard gain on what looked like a pretty promising play for the Mushers. Again, they're burning a lot of this clock here, Ryan. 10:45 and rolling, 3rd quarter.
Taking a lot of time coming out of the huddle here. 2nd down and 8. Ball on the left hash. in Kendrick territory here. Can the Mushers find the scoreboard? Tristan Smith rolling, pressure coming. He coughs up the football, and it's going to be recovered. He was going to pass, and it just kind of slipped out of his hands there. Lucky they got the ball back as the offensive lineman, number 69, Kelby Cox, recovers it.
Yeah, and again, just problems with the snaps tonight. Again, that snap was not clean back to Tristan Smith, and so he's got to look down to see where the ball is. And then when he looks back up, there's 2 orange jerseys right in his face, and just tried to make a play, and the ball slipped out like a bar of soap that time. And officially, that's going to be, what, a 9-yard loss there for Kelby Cox, the O-lineman.
3rd and 19, ball, the nose of the ball resting on the 40-yard line of Kendrick. Ball in the left hash. 9:49 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Handoff, Troy Smith up the middle, trying to weave his way through the Kendrick defense. Finds a few yards, and that's it as he's brought down by Clement Hagan and Nathan Twite getting in on the action as well. Bring up 4th down and 14.
He got 5 yards there, and obviously Camas County's going to have to go for it here on 4th and long.
So we got the momentum was moving in the right direction and just kind of stalled out there on the negative play as they try to get something back here. 4th down and 14 in the huddle. See if Kendrick comes with a 2-man rush here. They got Wyatt Cook hanging out in the middle of the field. That was a direct snap to Troy Smith as Tristan trying to play the decoy. Troy still on his feet, and he's going to pick up just 3. And that's it, as the ball's going to be whistled dead with 4 progress down to the 31-yard line and a turnover on downs. Kind of an interesting play call there.
Yeah, officially 4 yards there for Troy Smith on the Wildcat, and he ran straight up the middle that time and got stood up, and then the ball came out. So you had players on both sides chasing that ball, but officially ruled down well short of the 1st down marker. Kendrick will get it, turnover on downs. Their first possession now of this second half, 1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 31, and still pitching the shutout, Ryan. That's only happened one other time in 8-man championship history. 1985 Council shutout North Jet.
So the Tigers looking for the perfect season, looking for the 3rd state championship in a row. Up 46-0 here on offense. 8:48. Ball at their own 31-yard line.
And Troy Smith now needing some assistance on the turf as they take a look at him. And we haven't even mentioned Kendrick on a 24-game winning streak coming into this one as well, Ryan. They haven't lost since October of 2021 to Genesee, and they only lost that game by 2 points. So who knows what this winning streak would look like outside of that. Now we got an injury timeout here on the field.
I think that's a Cy Wareham-led Genesee team, if I'm not mistaken, to go to the bucket of names.
Probably Teak and Cy Wareham. Probably both brothers.
As I know their father, Ken. As Troy Smith makes it to the sideline. So Kendrick's going to set up on offense here as Kep at quarterback. Play action right down the middle of the field, looking for Sawyer Hewitt down the seam, just overthrown by a couple yards. In coverage, running step for step, was Tyson Tupper in the secondary.
Yeah, there was basically one route there. That was the deep go. The other receivers were kind of in short patterns, and Kep knew from the snap he was going to go for the home run ball. Pretty good bracket coverage that time by the Mushers. They had 2 guys. Even if that throws on line, that's going to be a tough completion.
So Coach Hewitt saw something on that play, though, so they may come back to that because nobody ran with Hunter Taylor as they looked just staring down the middle of the field. So we'll see what happens here as they got single receiver to each side. They're going to pass over this side. That is Hunter Taylor at the 40-yard line on the reception close to the 1st down. They're going to get him just shy, so the gain of 9 right at the 40 with 8:32 and counting here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and what Coach Hobart noticed was a 3-shell deep look by Camas County trying to guard against that home run ball. And you saw in the last play where the 2 receivers stayed short and there was nobody there. And that's what makes Coach Hobart one of the best in the business. Sees that and exploits it immediately on the next play.
So 3rd and 1. Let's see what the play call is coming out of the huddle here. Is a little bit of an extended huddle. 2 receivers out to the left. Tight end to the right. Single back in the backfield. You can't see it at home, but The defender for the Mushers comes jogging into the backfield, just a little too excited there on the long snap count in the first down.
Yeah, Ty Kep gets Emmett Palin, the defensive end, to commit. And Palin, some guys go full speed. That was more of a leisurely jog back to Ty Kep.
It's like, shucks, golly gee, sorry, coach.
And on a 3rd and 1, obviously, that picks up the first down. So 1st and 10 for Kendrick now, ball at their own 45.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 45-yard line of the Tigers. Hewitt in motion. Inside pitch. Nobody home. Across the 40, spun down inside the 40, down to the 38. That's Fitzmaurice on the carry. On the shuffle pass inside. 2 is on the tackle.
Yeah, 27 yards there to Fitzmaurice. And like you said, shovel pass, so that is officially a run. Doesn't count for any of that passing yardage for Ty Kep that we were talking about at halftime.
Nice pickup there, 18 yards on the play. Some dad here just dishing out snacks.
Yeah, we've got a young future IdahoSports.com broadcaster in the booth with us tonight as well.
My son Owen joining us for the state championship game. Interesting here as Kep rolls out to the right side. Dwight at quarterback, going to run straight ahead to the left side, going to pick up a block around the edge. He's looking for the end zone, gets brought down to the 15-yard line. Big pickup there. Gain of, what was that, 23 on the play?
23 yards there for Dwight. And you just know there are plays in Coach Hobart's playbook that he's been hanging on to all year long to save for this championship game. That was one of them right there where Kep goes in motion out to the short side as a slot receiver. Dwight then comes in motion from receiver, takes the snap, runs to that wide side of the field. That was a cool play.
Can't hold anything back.
Well, and like you said,
it's the Bourbon Bowl.
Dwight's probably going to be the QB next year. So
yeah. Handoff inside Fitzmaurice across the 10, trying to get the corner. And he's going to be tackled close to the line to gain. He's going to pick up 9 on the play. I think he's going to be just shy of the first down. He puts a dent in their yard per carry average there, knocks it back a notch or 2, and you're only gaining 9. Only.
And that ball is going to be at the 6-yard line here for Kendrick. They can still get the first down without getting the touchdown.
And they're going to hand it off. Sawyer Hewitt comes across the left side, still on his feet, picks up the first down, bring a first down and goal inside the 5, down to the 4.
And that's A-okay for Kendrick. They haven't had too many possessions this year where they've had to grind it out in, multiple plays. And so this is a good challenge here for Coach Hobart's team. I mean, they're up 46-0 with 5:50 to play in the third. And now 1st and goal from the 4. Pretty much anything in the playbook is open here.
The world is your oyster, if you will. As you got 2 receivers going wide to the right. I mean, you could expect just a slant right here. Maybe sees. Nope, Kep's going to keep it, and he's going to waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Ty Kep from 4 yards out on the scamper. We got a 50-burger on the board. It's 52-0. Tigers awaiting the 2-point attempt after touchdown.
Back at Idaho Sports HQ, Paul Kingsbury, our boss, points out that, after Genesee beat Kendrick, right, by 2, as part of that 24-game winning streak that Kendrick's on, they came back and beat Genesee by 100 the next year.
So
I think they remembered.
Payback, here you go. So Kep in the shotgun, dropping back, looking to pass. And nice defense out there by Tristan Smith, knocks it away from Hunter Taylor.
A little 10-on-10 action there. Number 10 for Camas. Tristan Smith knocks it away from number 10 for Kendrick, Hunter Taylor. I was talking to Coach Hobart pregame tonight. I know you got some ad reads. I'll make this story quick.
You're good.
He said Hunter Taylor forgot his jersey. And so he was warming up with jersey number 26. Basically, they went to one of the freshmen on the roster, Isaac Hammond, and said, yep, hand it over. He did get his jersey in time for kickoff, and so crisis averted.
Well, I mean, in fairness, Tyson's in street clothes wearing his jersey, so I think he's battling an injury. So I think that's why he was so quick to give it up if they needed it. But, yeah, an interesting little side info. It's like pulling a Thurman Thomas, right? Yeah. I don't know if you remember the story where he forgot his helmet at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I want to thank our sponsors, The Wrangler in Fairfield, proud supporter of Camas County Mushers, open for over 32 years. Come on in and try one of their amazing, unique milkshake flavors. The Wrangler only uses 100% fresh and local ground beef for a taste that can't be beat. And while you're there, don't want to skip out on the roadkill patty melt. Let's go Mushers from everyone at The Wrangler.
Kendrick making roadkill of the Mushers here, and like they've done to so many teams, it's going to be hard for Camas County fans to process this. But here's what I say every time I do a Kendrick broadcast. Okay, your team is great. Yep. I mean, Camas County is a great football team. Kendrick is historically great.
This is a generational team. Yeah, absolutely.
No shame in the way this is going for the Mushers.
So kickoff to the right side this time. It's going to hit in bounds and have to be brought in. And Palin's got the sideline across the 40, breaks back up the middle to midfield. Nice little return there, so something cooking for the Mushers as they get out to midfield on the return.
Yeah, out to the 49-yard line of Kendrick, picked it up on that near sideline and pshum, like a shot out of a cannon. Touchdown saving tackle there by Xavier Carpenter. Otherwise, shutout might be over.
Yeah, and it's, as you said, like Kendrick doing this to everybody. Don't worry, it's not you, it's them.
It really is. I mean, they dissected just numerous talented teams.
I mean, you look at who they've beat. They've got 2 teams on their schedule they beat that are playing for the 1A D1 championship. As Smith takes the direct snap again off to the right side. Finally pitches it out. Ball's on the ground. Recovery Tigers standing right there. And we were wondering when that was going to happen. It's been dangerous. He's been late on the pitch a few times, but coming away with the ball is going to be Wyatt Fitzmaurice.
Yeah, and we talked about that, right? Troy Smith had been, right there on the edge with the pitches and pitching it really late, and that time the pitch, just a split second too late. Wyatt Fitzmaurice is right there to fall on top of it.
I want to thank Lou Campbell Massage Therapy, specializing in Hawaiian, Mana Lomi, and hot stone healing therapy, and cheering on the Camas County Mushers. Good luck from Lou Campbell Massage Therapy. So single receiver to each side. Ty Kep in the backfield. He's going to get the snap. Looking to pass. Has a receiver on the right side. Sawyer Hewitt at midfield, and he's going to be brought down immediately. Nice coverage there. Tristan Smith waiting for him on the tackle, as there's some chippiness going on out there. He didn't like how he was tackled. Get a little heated out there. It's a 52-0 game.
Oh, and now Wyatt Fitzmaurice pointing to the scoreboard, saying, you want to strut? Well, while you're strutting, go ahead and take a gaze over here to the Jumbotron at the Kibbe Dome. And this is something, Camas County has made a number of ankle tackles tonight. And that, Sawyer Hewitt took a little exception with that last tackle, popped up in both sides John a little bit here. There's no need for this. I mean, we've still got a whole quarter and change to go. Outcome of this game not in doubt, so let's just finish this game clean and fair.
Clock continues to run with 4:23 left here in the third quarter. Ball at midfield after the 6-yard gain from Hewitt. Left side run, first down, and then some spinning down to the 41-yard line. Nice gain there by number 8, Lane Clemenhagen on the carry. Gain of 9 on the play.
Yeah, Coach Hobart showing his all-state linebacker a little love. Doesn't get in a ton on offense, but good run there by Clemenhagen to move the sticks.
So first down at 10, Kendrick with the football at the 41-yard line. Single receiver out to the right. Handoff inside, a little crisscross action on the handoff. And a pickup of 7 on the play. Nice tackle there by Troy Smith. That was Wyatt Fitzmaurice on the carry.
And you just knew after Fitzmaurice pointed up to that scoreboard, the next time he got the ball, somebody was going to be really motivated to bring him down. It was Troy Smith that time, the Mike backer, but still a gain of 5.
So second down and 5 as Kendrick breaks the huddle here.
Yeah, we still got 3:30 to play in the third quarter of this game too.
Going to be finding the bottoms of that roster sheet here for sure. A little screen action inside, bobbled, caught, first down inside the 25 to the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Nice hands there. Wyatt Fitzmaurice bobbled the reception on the screen, but ends up taking it down to the 18. We got a couple flags on the play as Fitzmaurice is laying on his back. He's the only one down there, and then the flags come out.
Yeah, gain of 23 on that pass to Fitzmaurice, and then multiple flags come out at the end.
Fitzmaurice's helmet was ripped off, and some jawing from his back as he had one of the defenders, Sage Patton, standing over him. So we'll see what this penalty, who it's actually on. I don't know. I mean, Fitzmaurice, the only one down there.
Anytime a guy gets his helmet ripped off, that's a pretty good indicator that that's going to go against the defense. But this time it's on Kendrick.
So something must have been said by Fitzmaurice when he was down on the ground to draw the penalty.
And here's where I'm at with this, because both sides are getting chippy here, right? There's a way to represent your community and finish this game with class. There's no need to bring this game down to the level that we see our professional athletes so often do.
It's the game within the game, right? And you got to manage yourself as well as what you do. So kept going to roll to his right, looking for a receiver. Has a man in stride down inside the 10-yard line. Nice gain there. Raleigh Rotsisunder. Man, I'm just like stuttering all over that one. Raleigh Rotsisunder. Raleigh Rotsisunder. I'm going to get that right.
Raleigh Roetsitsender. And that's a gain of 28 yards and a first down.
Raleigh Roetsitsender sends it inside the 10.
Roetsitsender sends it. Try saying that 5 times fast.
It's like saying toy boat.
Yeah.
So first down and goal from the 9-yard line. Empty set. Kep going to pass here. Has a receiver. Gets the reception down inside the 5 to the 3. I believe that was Hunter Taylor, who I think came down awkward and comes up lame. Either a cramp or... Hate to see that. I think it's a cramp because he's trying to get stretched out there, little Charlie horse.
He almost army crawled to the sideline there. He was determined to not need any assistance, but while they attend to him, we can thank a few more of our sponsors.
I want to thank Kendrick Ag and Supply, a full-service mechanic shop and tire center. They service autos, pickups, ATVs, and, of course, agricultural equipment. They also carry a range of other products like tools, supplies, and fire pits. Be sure to follow them on Facebook for updates on new things in stock at Kendrick Ag and Supply. Go Tigers.
We also ask if you wouldn't mind throwing your trash away if you have some out there.
I want to thank Town & Country Realty in Fairfield, your place to call if you are in the market for home, farm, ranch, or anything in between. They know the local area better than anyone and can make your next purchase easier than you ever expected. Town & Country Realty, proud to support the Camas County Mushers. So first and goal. I think it's second and goal, if I'm not mistaken, because they were just at the 9. They didn't change the down marker.
Yeah, it should be second and goal.
Second and goal from the 3.
Handoff inside. And touchdown Tigers. That handoff went to Xavier Carpenter, the junior backup running back. From 3 yards out, gets the touchdown. And Kendrick extends that lead. 58-0 with 2:22 left here in the third quarter.
Meanwhile, it wouldn't be a game on IdahoSports.com without our boss, Paul Kingsbury, trying to micromanage us. We'll get to that after the 2-point conversion.
Carpenter gets all 8 on the trip down the field as he gets the 2-point conversion. So 60 on the board for the Tigers.
Of course, we say that in jest. So he says it's Raleigh. Let me make sure here.
Oh, it's Rotsisunder.
He says Raleigh Rotsisunder.
Rotsisunder.
And he said he asked Raleigh himself on the field last week.
Raleigh Rotsisunder. That's what I thought.
I got mine from Coach Hobart. So that's for my cop out.
Rowan Gartner. Gardenhoser.
Right?
Go Rookie of the Year.
You know what? First Coach Hobart ducks me when I asked him for stats, claims he was taking family photos.
Maybe he just got something against Raleigh.
Then he gives me the wrong pronunciation. No, he doesn't like me. I'm hurt. Skaggs, Kingsbury, he'll move mountains. Bainey? Nope, nothing. I got nothing for you.
Takes me to dinner and he ghosts you.
Of course, we're just having a lot of fun up here. We're just all in jest. Raleigh Rotsisunder. We'll make sure we get that the rest of the way because we're going to be calling him here as we get
Gardenhoser.
Yeah, 2:22 to play here in the third.
Just want to thank our sponsor, Wood River Drilling and Pump. in Bellevue, locally owned business serving the Wood River Valley with top-line pump drilling services at Wood River Drilling and Pump. You can take care of all types of domestic water systems. If you're building a new house or just need your current system upgraded, call Brandon and Jennifer with Wood River Drilling and Pump, 208-788-3163, proud supporter of Camas County Athletics. And kind of a short squib that's going to go out of bounds.
Oh, and no penalty flag. They're going to say it touched somebody from Camas County.
So it didn't bleed through clean.
It's going to just be 1st and 10 for the Mushers from their own 32.
So we got the tip signal. That's a basketball signal. I don't think that's necessarily. We'll allow it, right?
Hey, you know what? Speaking of basketball season, Kendrick girls are going to be pretty good again this year. The Camas County girls, I know they were trying to get more girls out for the team, and it does sound like they've got enough players. They had to postpone a couple of early games to get enough practices in, which is always great. And then speaking of basketball officials, Zane Hobart, the Kendrick coach, he's a referee during basketball season. I see him at state usually every year in Boise, and that's cool.
He just loves sports, man. He's a baseball guy, too, and he's just around. Like, not only does he coach a successful team, he's all about helping the other kids in other communities as well. As Tristan Smith gets the direct snap over the right side around the right corner to the 30, to the 35, looking for the first down. He's close, gets about 8.5 on the play.
Yeah, a little direct snap to Troy Smith that time, and just trying to find a way to get him going a little bit. It's been tough sledding tonight for the most likely All-State running back.
I mean, you could hand-pick a lot of All-State players off of both of these teams if you really wanted to.
Well, that's typically how the All-State teams go. The teams that get further into the playoffs get more kids on simply because they're in the spotlight a little more.
Yeah, Kendrick, I think, returned 5 from last year. Handoff over the right side. And that is Tupper. Oh, tough sledding. Gets maybe 1 on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and short here, which is why, speaking of the All-State team, it's important and it's nice, but I actually put more stock into all-conference teams because those coaches really know those players in and out. A lot of times a coach from District 4 isn't going to know much about District 2 except that, this team went really deep in the playoffs. So, anyways, I'll get off my soapbox.
No, but, I mean, you know what means more than any of them? My all-North Idaho team that shows up. We'll probably have in the next week or so on the North Idaho Prepcast.
That's right.
Say that to toot my own horn as the clock runs with 1:18 left here in the third quarter. 3rd down and 1.
You can download or listen to the Magic Valley Prepcast or the North Idaho Prepcast each week on IdahoSports.com, wherever you download podcasts, also on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel and Facebook page.
You almost sound like you know a lot about it and you upload stuff. With Smith on the keeper. Tristan Smith picks up 3 in the first down.
That's why I was late meeting you tonight before we came over here. I had to get that last Prepcast uploaded.
Yeah, make the trek down Highway 95 out of Coeur d'Alene. Down here in Moscow, and probably won't be our only trip down to Moscow this year because there's a number of games inside the ICCU arena next door.
Oh, yeah, I'm already looking at that basketball schedule going, we should do this game and this game.
It's almost like they should host a state tournament here. Sorry. Snap to Tristan Smith. Looking, he's surveying, only 2 men in the route. Finally, one of the men breaks out, and he finds a receiver in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Man, my English on that one totally broke down, looking for Emmett Palin.
Yeah, that was Smith had plenty of time, and ball hits Palin right in the chest, incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Camas County now from their own 40. 28 seconds to go here in this third quarter. 16-0 Kendrick.
If Kendrick can hold on, join the rare club to shut out a team in a state championship game.
When we talked about, the record for fewest points allowed is 0 by those 1985 Council Lumberjacks. They shut out North Gem. We got to start talking about the other side of it too, though. We'll talk about it here on the next play. Smith lines up in a shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the left side here.
So Smith going to drop back, surveying, throws it out in the flat, finds his receiver. That was number 7, Zach Pittock. Gain of 5 on the play. Having a 3rd down and 5. 16 seconds and counting here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Pittock comes in as the second tight end sometimes for this Mushers offense. First guy not named Troy Smith to catch a pass tonight for the Mushers as well. But as we get to the end of the third quarter here in a 60-0 lead, We got to start talking about, on the other side here, the record for most points in an 8-man championship game is 72 by the 2014 Prairie Pirates over Valley. And so Kendrick only 12 points away from that record as well.
The Ryan Hasselstrom-led Prairie Pirates, a friend of the show. I mean, he's one of the good guys. He's since stepped down as head coach of Prairie, but just a great guy. I want to thank one of our sponsors, George F. Brocky & Sons, a fourth-generation family business that's been pricing quality peas, lentils, garbanzo beans, Austrian winter peas, and rapeseed for over 65 years to north central Idaho and southeastern Washington. These products are cleaned and then shipped under the top-notch and sun-dried brands to nearly every continent on Earth. Our worldwide customers have come to expect quality products in every shipment. At George F. Brocky & Sons, we build relationships with our loyal customers to help maximize yields and ensure quality. Stop by the facility in Kendrick and say hello, and as always, go Tigers. They've been with us for a long time. In-state tournament broadcast, want to thank them for being one of the main sponsors. Want to thank Heartland Ag Systems in Burley, have you covered with the application, equipment, and product support you need to be more productive. With products ranging from water wagons and tanks, Heartland Ag has all you need for spraying and spreading. Whether they are your local Case IH application equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by their expert service and parts team. You can find more by visiting heartlandag.com. That's Heartland Ag Systems, your local Case IH dealer. So we got our own cheering section up here in the booth with us. Son is Owen is Tristan Smith going to roll out to that left side. Troy Smith trying to find something, bouncing off a defender, picks up a few extra yards. Second effort, I think, is enough to get him close to the first down. And they're going to give him the spot and the first. So pick up a 6 on the play from Troy Smith. 11:50 left here in the ball game.
And for Camas County, if they can just get a score, they can at least say, hey, we did what a lot of teams haven't been able to do against Kendrick this year and got into the end zone. Plenty of time, too, right? 11:35 to play in the fourth.
Yeah, 16-0 the lead. You have trips out to the left side. Tristan Smith in the shotgun. 4 linemen in front of him. Trying to max protect this one. He's going to roll. He's going to scramble across the Vandal logo, looking for a seam. And he's got the first down and then dropped by a double leg takedown out on the flat by Nathan Twite. But a pickup of 12 in the first down from Tristan Smith.
Good effort by Twite to bring him down. And, regardless, Camas County picks up the first down. So got something going here. They've done this a number of times tonight. Now it's 1st and 10 with the ball at the 37-yard line of Kendrick. And, they've done this a number of times tonight. They've driven deep into Kendrick territory. They just haven't been able to finish it off.
So first down at 10, ball at the 37 of the Tigers. Ball in the left hash. 10:47 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Tristan Smith in the shotgun. Split backs on either side of him. He's going to drop back to pass. Out to the left flat. Troy Smith's got it at the line of scrimmage. Second effort gets him forward. He's across the 25-yard line and the first down on the 10-yard. We're getting 11 on the reception. Tristan Smith to Troy Smith.
That's a combo that Musher fans have gotten used to over the last couple of years. The twin brothers, Tristan and Troy. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do at the next level. They could definitely go play football somewhere. If I'm the College of Idaho, I'm calling them up and saying, hey, let's get a package deal here. Get both of the Smith twins over to our program.
There's a number. It's an untapped source, I think, in small schools in Idaho. Obviously you've seen the guys make it to the bigs. Leighton Vander Esch is playing for the Dallas Cowboys now on the injured reserve. But you've seen some Matt Paradise come out of Council. There's been some guys that have been able to hit it big. So snap to Smith on the keeper over the right side. He's across the Big Sky logo and brought down to the 25-yard line. Gain of maybe 1.
Yeah, another big league tackle there from Kendrick that time. Looked like Tanner Clemenhagen, the younger Clemenhagen, getting some run here at linebacker as we're down to 9:25 to play here, a 60-0 lead for Kendrick. And yeah, you're talking about Leighton Vander Esch, right? That's kind of the gold standard for 8-man football in Idaho, and great career with the Dallas Cowboys. Unfortunately, maybe it sounds like future in the NFL, might be in question with all the injuries he suffered.
And yeah, another neck injury that he suffered against the 49ers. And
if he does decide to go into retirement, Leighton, give us a call, IdahoSports.com. We would love to have you join the team of broadcasters.
If not, he's going to end up probably on the coaching staff somewhere. But,
yeah,
I mean, a very cerebral player. That's one thing that people just raved about Leighton as a player coming out of high school is how intelligent he was. And, I mean, it's definitely paid dividends in the NFL. And a timeout on the field. I want to thank another one of our sponsors. Nobody wants to need an auto body repair specialist, but sometimes life throws you a curveball, and you will be glad to know you have a friend in Impact Auto Body. Located in Haley and serving all of the Wood River Valley, they'll be there when you need your vehicle, looking right in no time. You can reach them at 208-788-4016. With winter coming, the chance for mishaps increases, so if something does go wrong, remember Impact Auto Body and go Mushers. If you're looking for your next new home, farm, ranch, investment, or commercial property, be sure to look no further than Ken and Valerie Hobart with Windermere Real Estate. With over 22 years of experience in north central Idaho, they're licensed in both Washington and Idaho to help make your dreams a reality, wherever that may be. 2 great agents to serve you with one mission to help you and all of your real estate needs. The choice is easy when it comes to real estate in the LC Valley and surrounding areas. Give Ken and Valerie Hobart a call with Windermere Real Estate. Hobart's are proud supporters of Kendrick Athletics and want to wish the Tigers good luck tonight. We paid the bills.
Okay, we got to take one more commercial break at some point. We got to thank the good folks at P1FCU one last time also.
So direct snap, Troy Smith grabbed by the horse collar, but let go. That was a smart move on the defense there, but he's going to pick up about 8 on the carry to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and manageable here for the Mushers, and 8.5 minutes to play. They are running this clock down, and really the focus is let's just get a score, end our season on some positivity, and set the tone for, there's a lot of guys that are graduating from this Camas County team, but, let's set the tone for the guys that are going to be coming back next year.
Yeah, as Kendrick, on the other hand, they're letting their seniors play. I mean, you got a lot of seniors that are out there on the field that are, having their last go at high school football. Some of them will never touch the field again as a player. Some may go on to play at the next level. As Tristan Smith, that was a tricky little snap there. Direct snap goes almost through the legs of Tristan Smith, direct to Troy, who runs it across for a 1st down, close to the 10-yard line, down to the 11.
And Kendrick has earned that right to have these starters continue to play a full game. It's something that hasn't happened a lot this year. And, a lot of times they've sat at halftime. And in terms of total quarters played, I think you said you were looking at the stats, and pretty remarkable for Kendrick.
It's a crazy banana stat line for these guys because they sit so much. And people want to say, well, Kendrick's winning 112-6. They're running up the score. No, they're pulling their starters before half in some of those games. It's a pass out to the right side, and it's going to be intercepted. And coming down the sideline out of the end zone, Mason Kimberling looking for the corner, gets it out to the 38-yard line. I thought he had a chance to go the distance, but he gets run down by Troy Smith, and Kendrick's going to get the ball at the 39-yard line.
Now, you might hear what you think are boos in the background, but it's actually the Kendrick fans chanting, "Moose!" for Mason Moose Kimberling. They called him Moose when he started his freshman year because he was kind of tall and gangly and ran like a moose. Now it's because he's hit the weights and he hits like a moose. That time, double coverage in that far corner of the end zone, about 3 yards into the end zone. Nice job by Kimberling to come down with the pick. And you're right, I thought he had a chance to take it to the house, but good job by Camas County not giving up on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line for the Tigers here. 7:12 to go, up 60-0.
So 60 yards to the end zone here is kept still in the ball game. And he's going to snap kind of a shovel out to the pitch on the left side. Flags on the play is Fitzmaurice on the carry. It's close to the line of the game, but this one could be coming back.
2 flags come out. One came at the very end of the play as I didn't see what happened, but all I saw was Kimberling was down on the turf, and he popped back up as well. So competing flags here. We'll have to sort it all out.
Block in the back on Kendrick. That's it.
Okay. They just saw the same thing, and one guy's a little quicker on the draw than the other. Essentially, what's going on there. So
7 minutes left in the ball game here in the fourth quarter. First down and 15. Well, no, first down and 25.
The last time,
first down at 20. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, the last time Kendrick was in a long yardage situation like this, they just got a touchdown. So.
Yeah. So handoff, stretch play over to the right side. Nice run there on first down. That's going to be a pickup of, we'll give him 6 on the play. That was number 21, Tanner Clemenhagen on the carry. 6-foot sophomore. This Kendrick team, I'm sorry, everybody's like celebrating that Ty Kep and everybody else are gone after this year, and I'm telling you what, this Kendrick team's not going anywhere.
I mean, it's a looking ahead to next year, we'll talk about the big 4 that they've got coming back and the skill positions after this play.
So Kep in the shotgun, empties backfield. He's going to pass, single man out there. Nathan Twite sheds a defender, jukes another one across midfield, cuts back inside, across the 40 down to the 37-yard line. I think that was 28 on the play. If my quick math helps, I'm good. I had to take off my shoes and count there, but we got it.
And Twite's one of those big 4 skill guys coming back next year at receiver. And then you're looking at Wyatt Cook at tight end, Tanner Clemenhagen, the running back, along with Sawyer Hewitt. And then Twite, whether he plays receiver or quarterback, is going to be part of that big 4. And not only that, but they bring back Brock Boyer and Carson Hogan on that O-line as well. So
there is a litany of dudes, and then the guys in the background that have been getting a lot of snaps this year too that are going to see touches as younger Clemenhagen tries to run it off to the right side on the zone but can't get anything, brought down the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Tyson Tupper coming through to make that tackle for the Mushers. Good job there, no gain. And now Kendrick, you can tell they're just trying to run that clock a little bit here. We're down to 5:10 to play now. What a career for these Kendrick seniors, though. 3 championships in 4 years, including 3 in a row.
I think only, 3 losses in their entire career in high school? Like, that's just unbelievable. Snap, handoff inside. Oh, close to first down. Picks up 8 on the carry. That was number 15, Xavier Carpenter on the carry, the junior. Yeah, the cupboard is full. Let's put it that way.
Right, and you look at the other side for Camas County, and, I mean, they're sending a lot of guys off, right? But they do bring back a couple of guys next year. You know, Levi Ashmead, center and defensive end, is going to be a senior leader next year. Kelby Cox, 2-way lineman. So they've got 2 of 3 starters back on both lines. The question is, okay, skill guys, what do we have? And also, who's going to be coaching them, right? Coach Rusty Kramer, kind of said earlier this year, this is going to be his final season coaching the Mushers here in his 8th year, roaming those sidelines.
So they're going to let the clock tick down to 3:51 and take a timeout. And we might do the same thing, take our 30-second break. We'll be back for more for the rest of the game here on IdahoSports.com.
Do you show your Vandal pride? Dave sure does. He proudly dons the silver and gold when he's at work, mowing the yard, and especially on game day.
Hey, can we get 3 tacos? I got this.
Where did you get that?
You don't have a Vandals debit card?
Don't worry, Dave. You can get your Vandal debit card by visiting p1fcu.org/GoVandal. Go Vandals!
And we're back with 3:51 left here in the fourth quarter. Kendrick leads 60-0 over Camas County as a standing ovation hit the field for the seniors coming off the field for this Kendrick Tiger team, and number 42 hits the field. That is Keegan Anderson on the field for the Tigers, the freshman, the brother of Colby Anderson, who was lost in the 2021 offseason. Trying to see who's in at quarterback. I didn't get the number right off the bat. And the run over the left side for the first down. Tanner Clemenhagen picks up the first. In at quarterback is number 16, Maddox Kirkland, the freshman.
And so, yeah, Coach Hobart took that last timeout to basically, we see this in basketball a lot where coaches will take a timeout late so their seniors can come off the field and be recognized by the crowd. And like you said, standing ovation from all the Kendrick fans here in attendance tonight for this incredible senior class.
As Carson Hogan's one of the last starters to come off the field for the Tigers. He'll be back for his senior season next year. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this ballgame before Kendrick gets to once again hoist the blue trophy. And they're going to keep it straight ahead. And across the left side, across the 10, 5, touchdown, Maddox Kirkland into the end zone. Kendrick puts another one on the board, 66-0. They go up on Camas County with 2:59 left here in the ball game.
I mean, I was here 2 weeks ago for the quarterfinal win over Dietrich, and Kirkland scored twice late in that game. So, you know, we talked about Dwight could play quarterback next year. They might keep him at receiver and go, hey, this Maddox Kirkland kid, he
can ball.
Juice. Yeah. So, yeah, 66-0, 2:59 to play.
So 2-point attempt coming up for the Tigers. Kirkland in the shotgun, single back in the backfield. He's going to hand off straight ahead, walking into the end zone is Schwenk for the 2-point attempt.
Yeah, good job there. That was a good hard run by Ian Schwecke.
Sorry, yeah, there we go.
And met straight on there by Pittock defensively, and Schwecke, a freshman, lowers the shoulder and takes on the 6'1", 170-pound senior Zach Pittock and wins the matchup for the 2-point conversion. Pretty impressive.
So 2:59 left, 68-0. Kendrick up. It's been all Tigers from the get-go.
You know, and I saw an article written this week by, you know, someone in the media, or maybe it was last week, trying to compare, you know, historically, where does this Kendrick team stack up? And Coach Hobart was like, I can't even begin to try and figure that out because I'm just appreciating this team now. Like, they're great. The dominant teams from the past are great. Why can't they all just be great? Why do we got to compare them? Like,
yeah. You know, that's just something you look at with you know, great teams, and like everybody wants to try to compare them to somebody else, and just let it be what it is. I mean, at this point, like this is a Kendrick run that, you know, 3 in a row, and you look ahead, and I don't want to start counting chickens before they're hatched, but
cluck, here we go. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Coach Hobart's got a full hen house. I mean, like you talk about, like there's plenty of eggs been laid, and I'm not talking in the bad sense.
Well, you know, next year the big storyline is, of course, Kendrick moving up a level, so they'll play against, you know, they'll be in the White Pine League at the bigger level. This kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback.
I don't know if that's Carson Hogan's first touchback of the season or not, but what better time to come than the state championship game?
I mean, he was running out of time, 2:59 to play. That's probably going to be the last kickoff of the season for Kendrick, you would think. And, yeah, the big storyline next year is, of course, no more 1A D1, no more 1A D2. It's going to be 2A and 1A respectively, and Kendrick is moving up to the 2A level where they will join a pretty good White Pine League with Logos and Prairie and Camii and Potlatch. And we talked about how Kendrick has had a hard time getting opponents to put them on the schedule because they don't want to play Kendrick. That problem is going to go away a little bit next year because there's so many teams in that White Pine League. 7 dates will be filled with conference opponents. So Kendrick will have an easier time with the schedule next year, just getting teams lined up to play against him.
Yeah, and I mean, you talk about that league. I mean, that's going to be a brutal conference. I think that's going to be one of the tougher ones in the state. If you look at what's coming back for respective teams, is Camas County's going to stretch it over the right side. That was Clancy Rablin on the carry and brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Nice run there by Rablin. And on the flip side of that, 2:40 to go, 68-0 Kendrick. For Camas County, okay, great. Kendrick is moving up. That opens up a void for a team like Camas County or a team like Dietrich to maybe step in and assume that role. But the problem is, and several coaches have told me this, carry is dropping back down. And so, you lose one juggernaut, you're getting one back as well. So.
Yeah, and that's, it's like, be careful what you wish for, right?
Right.
But, I mean, you do talk about, like, some of these other teams, like Rockland's going to be on the way up. You look at Hagerman and what they were able to do this year.
So Hagerman is moving up with Kendrick.
Oh, well, then never mind. Forget what I just said.
No, you're good, though.
But, I mean, you look at it as a whole. I mean, there's teams that are on their upswing. Lewis County's been getting better. There's other teams. Deary's been getting better up north. And then you got teams like, you don't know what's going on with the Mullen St. Regis thing. If Wallace picks up some of the Mullen kids, you don't know what that minors team turns into also. There's going to be some interesting looks here around the state coming up for football season next year.
3rd and 5 here, counter play. This is Rablin again. And run to the outside.
Rablin gets it to the sideline and knocked out of bounds. Nice gain there, picks up 9 on the carry. Nice tackle on the sideline. That was number 33, Leighton Brown Sherrill.
Good tackle there.
The hyphen.
Right, the hyphen. 1:27 to go. And so I was talking to a coach, and Wallace started a freshman at quarterback this year. They started like 4 or 5 freshmen. And this coach told me they've got a kid in 8th grade who's going to step in and be one of their best players next year. So they're probably going to start a freshman at quarterback 2 years in a row.
Yeah, Lakeside's going to be a little bit better too. They get some maturity in their lineup as they try running over the left side and brought down for no gain. That was number 18, Dominic Gross on the carry.
Good to see Gross in there. He left earlier with an injury. All these Camas County guys that had to leave with injuries earlier in the contest have all returned to action, which is great. You love to see that.
So we've had somebody in the booth with us all night, and he's like chomping at the bit to take my job. And that's my son, Owen. Do you want to say hi, Owen?
Hi.
Hold on.
Oh, gotta make sure his mic's on.
His mic's on. We're going to make sure that his mic's on. All right, now you can try it. Are you there?
Hi.
Oh, maybe his mic's not working.
Still nothing. All right, 40 seconds to go. Camas going to throw it up. Good catch.
Yeah, nice catch. Pitch and catch there out there on the right side. That was Rablin on the reception. Close to the first down.
Hi. Hi.
Whoa, okay, you're working. There you are. Okay. All right, you want to call this next play? Yeah, you want to try it?
What do I do?
So you tell me what's going on the field. Okay. So 10 seconds left in the game. This will be the last play.
How do I do it?
Okay.
Just describe what you're seeing.
What do you see? Do you throw it? And that'll do it. The last play of the game goes as an incompletion. 25 in a row, and it's the sweetest one as Kendrick gets the three-peat. They are your 1A D2 state championship winners here in the Kiwi Dome. They're going to hoist the banner again down the road in Kendrick. Score 68-0 over Camas County. This Kendrick team puts one up for the ages in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, and the Gatorade bath for Coach St. Hobart as well. Well-deserved win for the Kendrick Tigers. 68-0 the final.
So we're going to take a commercial break. We'll come back with your Idaho Office of Highway Safety Player of the Game, and we'll bring it back for more. But Kendrick wins 68-0 over Camas County. They are your 2023 Idaho 1A Division II state champions. You've been listening to high school football here on IdahoSports.com.